The defendant wanted to pay. He just wanted to go to the vet to verify the costs. Seems reasonable. Now, the judge has great discretion in ordering costs to people who win their case. Let's see what the judge does.
If you wanted to pay this, and apparently you were going to assume responsibility for paying this, which is good. I would have just paid it. If you got this from the vet, and apparently you thought that you should have been paying the vet instead of Mr. Wire, I would have gone to the vet within 1 or 2 days and paid him. But there's nothing to contact. You go pay it.
I paid it.
Well, after you got sued.
I didn't know I was getting,
If someone...
do all this problem.
Well, it wouldn't have turned into all this problem if he would have followed through and paid it promptly like you said you were going to. If my dog bites somebody else's dog, or even another person for that matter, and I feel responsible and I'm going to pay that, then I'm going to be prompt about it. I'm going to pay the bill as soon as I get the bill, and if I'm not sure whether I should pay the person or, in this case, the vet, I'm going to go to the vet within 1 or 2 days and pay it. I'm going to follow through on my promise and be diligent about doing that because I would want the other person to know that I actually cared about it, that I was going to follow through. I wouldn't wait a couple of weeks, especially for $180. We're not talking about a big bill here. We're not talking about a situation where you have to save money from a couple of paychecks. This is a small amount. And you didn't do that. You waited, and I don't think you had any good excuse to really wait, and it's also a strange coincidence that you paid it the day after you got sued. Now, maybe it just happened that way. Could have been. It's possible. But it's unlikely, I think. All right. I'll enter a judgment in favor of the plaintiff here, consisting of court costs. There are no damages, but there is a $25 filing fee and a $23 service fee. So the judgment will be for $48. All right, you can take back your exhibits.
The judge is right. If you say you're going to pay, pay. If you need more time, work it out. The law always encourages cooperation. But in this case, the defendant didn't pay on time and ultimately got bit. Now, we'll take a quick break and we'll be back with another case, the case of bond, jail bond. Welcome back to Case Closed. I'm your host, Charlie Langton. Now, the next case of bond, jail bond.
Mr. Miracle, your case, what are you asking for?
Okay, on the first or second Sunday of November, I received a call from the Utica PD saying Mr. Bond was incarcerated.
Okay.
And would I be willing to post bail? I said yes. I came down there, posted bail. I asked, first conversation was terms of repayment. He claimed he had a check for $250 that following Monday. I said, fine, sounds good. Monday, he called me late that afternoon and said he was having trouble cashing the check and asked if I would be willing to help him cash the check. I asked him if it was in his personal...
How could you help him cash the check? By doing what?
Deposit it in one of my company accounts.
How would that help cashing it?
I would deposit it and give him the balance of it, and then...
Why couldn't he deposit it?
He doesn't have a bank account or anything. He was unable to cash it.
All right.
So I did a double mistake. First of all, the gentleman worked for me for 3 months for my company.
Mr. Bond?
Yeah, and he handled small amounts of money, and he was trustworthy. I figured...
Why was he in jail?
He got his first DUI.
Drunk driving?
Yeah.
First one?
First one.
All right.
I figured if I did this for him, then it would be no problem receiving repayment. So he had a problem cashing the check because it was in a company name. He didn't have a company account. But I asked him, I go, is it in your personal name? He said yes. I go, okay, I'll deposit and I'll give you the balance of the check, which I was going to take the check, give him $150, deposit it the next day,
right,
hoping it would clear and I'd get my $100 back. That's how desperate I was to get repaid from him, as far as him, because he doesn't work that often.
Well, he's in jail. That's why.
So Monday, I'm talking to him on the porch. He shows up. We're in a conversation. I grabbed the check. I didn't really look at it, and I handed him $150. I mean, he's an employee of mine. He works for me. I talk to him every day.
I know.
And I go to deposit a check, it's in a company name. Nothing I can do. It's not in any of my company names. It's in some company name he got.
That was the check he was talking about.
Right, it's a company name.
When
So
he
what do
told
I
you it
have
was
to
made out
do?
to him, that wasn't true.
It wasn't a personal name. It was in Keith's Extreme Painting.
Whatever
So
that
now
is.
what's my recourse? Give the check back, let him cash it, or get another check written back. So then he went and picked up the check from my girlfriend a couple days later, and he said he would go cash it and come back with the money. Never came back with the money. I asked him a few days later about the money. We ended up breaking our relationship, and then just saw a shouting match over the phone. I broke it and filed my suit. Well,
But he doesn't work for you anymore.
No.
What kind of work do you do?
Property investment.
What did he do for you?
He helped
Bond.
renovate. He did interior construction,
All right.
remodeling.
Well, so he called you to bond him out because of a drunk driving charge, and you felt sorry for him and wanted him to work for you, so you wanted to see him out of jail, right?
Yeah, I bailed him out because
You bailed him out.
who's
$100
going
bucks.
to bail him out, you know?
What court was it? Do you remember?
It was Utica PD,
Oh,
Utica.
that's right, Utica. You told me that. Okay, Utica. And this was in November, right?
Right.
So you put up the $100. Whatever happened to the case? Is it still pending?
Must
or?
be pending, yeah.
Well, you realize as long as he goes to court, you're going to get your $100 back.
They put it in his name.
Why? So you gave him the $100?
No, I gave the lady $100. She said $100. They had a major call going on, the dispatch lady.
Yeah.
I mean, I had to sit a half hour before she even took mine. She just said $100 through the microphone. I gave it to her, and he just came walking out.
Well, you know, you can bond someone out. This happens all the time in
And
our
the-
court and other courts, but it's in the poster's name,
Right.
and that didn't happen in
That's
this
not
case.
this case. She made a decision for me who's going to be the signer on that bond amount.
All right, so the case is still going on as far as you know.
Right.
Well, all right. Mr. Bond, your turn. What have you got to say?
How you doing, Your Honor? Yeah, he did bail me out. I was gonna pay him back. I had no job. I was
Well, you worked for
obviously,
him.
yeah, but he had no work whatsoever. And the work that when I did have work, he gave it to that guy standing right there.
Him?
And I never gave the
Another
check.
employee?
Yeah, that's his cousin. I never got the check.
Wait. He favored his cousin over you. That's what you're saying.
Yes, Your Honor. And I never picked up the check from her. It was one of his buddies. I was gonna pay him too, but I kept on. He was calling me, telling me he's gonna kick down my door, come beat me up, knock off my head.
Really?
He was calling me saying that my whole family's gonna go down.
Go down.
Yeah,
Down where?
I don't know. He's like your whole family's going down, and just,
Is that what happened?
I mean, I was gonna pay him back. I was trying to make an agreement with
Come
him.
on, guys, okay?
Well,
Make
you
it
asked
easy
me.
for me, okay? And talk only
Sorry,
one at a
Aaron.
time.
Well,
Is
you
it
asked
hard?
me a question, I went to respond.
Well, that's true. When I ask him a question, be quiet. You tell him his family's gonna go down?
Not in those exact words,
Well,
but
what were the exact words?
near the end of when he decided he wasn't paying me and he was telling me F you,
Yeah?
there was an exchange of, whatever.
What'd you say?
I don't know the exact words now, Your Honor, and I'm not going to incriminate myself or anything.
Oh, you don't-
like that. I know we had an exchange of words, and at that point, I felt it was necessary to break communication and come here. That's all I want to say about that. And that was at the tail end of probably a week of trying to acquire the funds or have a means of acquiring the funds.
This is one messed up situation. The defendant should be happy. He got out of jail because of the plaintiff. This should be an easy one for the judge. Let's see.
You agree that the $100 that was posted for you to get out of jail was posted by Mr. Miracle?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so at some point, he should get that money back, right?
Yes, Your Honor, and I'm gonna mail it to him. I actually got a job at National Security,
Okay.
and I don't start that for 3 weeks though,
3
because
weeks?
I'm in school right now, and I'll
Wait.
be finishing school in 3 weeks.
Where are you going to school?
I'm going at Leaps and Bounds over on 9 and Van Dyke
What are you studying?
for my diploma.
High school diploma?
Yes,
All right. Now, this drunk driving case, what's going on with it?
the drunk driving. Actually, I got a court date tomorrow.
Tomorrow, pre-trial, right? Is that right? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. And, first offense, right?
Yes.
You have an attorney?
No.
You're going to get an
Court
attorney?
appointed.
A court-appointed attorney, all right. So you're going to probably meet your court-appointed attorney tomorrow, right?
Yes.
That's what's going to happen.